I'm on exercise 22E of the text, and we're looking at solving equations when there's an indice involved. So the very first question I can see is x cubed equals 2. Now typically you might think of the answer as the third root of 2, and it is. And you'd use a calculator to do that because it comes out as a decimal. However, another method for undoing to the power 3 is to take each left-hand side to the power third and take the right-hand side to the power 1/3. Recall, if you do the same operation to both sides of the equation, the equation stays in balance, and therefore it's a legitimate move. The advantage of this move is that it undoes, if you take x to the 3 to the third, remember you multiply powers here and then you get x to the 1. So on the left hand side we'll have x to the 1 and then 2 to the 1/3, which we know is the same thing as the third root. So just to explain, that might be useful for take was it a more difficult question? Here we go. Y to the 4/3. This is letter I in the first question. Y to the 4/3. Oops, 3/4. That'll do. Over 2 has to equal to 8. Okay, so in normal fashion I would multiply both sides by 2. So I'm left with, I've got 3/4 y, 3/4 must equal 16. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each side of the equation to the power 4/3. 3/4. The left hand side gets taken to the power 4/3, and the right hand side also gets taken to the power 4/3. On the left hand side now I've just got y. If you multiply those two fractions together they leave you with 1, 12/12, which is 1, and on the left hand side I would need to take my calculator out and multiply 16 to the power 1 1/3, or you can take it to the power of, so literally I'd write 16 on the little caret button, and then I would put in brackets in the calculator 4 divided by 3, close bracket, and then equals, and that would give me what the solution is. Again, it's a decimal solution, I believe. Here's two more examples, both from the same exercise. Just because there's a negative, this is negative 7/3, you would still just multiply it by 3/-7 equals 43 negative 3/7. Or doesn't actually matter where you put that negative sign, near the 3, near the 7, or in front. It's still going to be a negative fraction. The left hand side now just reads a, and the right hand side again you'll take 43 to the power bracket negative 3 divided by 7, close bracket, equals, and that will give you the answer. Here's a slightly more involved question. In fact, I've written it down wrong. I haven't. Here's the x here. Okay. Note that this part of the equation here comes out as a whole number. It's the square root of 3. So that's just like plus a constant, if you like. So what if I just shift that constant to the right hand side by subtracting it from both sides? Oops. Minus whatever the square root of 3 is. And then on the left hand side I've now just got x to the 7/9. Undoing on the left hand side, 7 over 9 all to the power 9 over 7. Right hand side, if you did the subtraction you'd end up with a number. I haven't got a calculator with me, but you can do that. And you take that number to the power 9 over 7. Okay. And the left hand side now is just x, and you can work out what the right hand side is with the calculator. Easy as, eh?